when I think about what I would want to be seeing, what I want to imagine for us as a collective being, is like the ability to be in healthy, accountable, loving, and caring community with the people I'm with on the day-to-day. When harm happens, we have infrastructure and systems and culture that has already been built where we know how to deal with that harm, and that we've done so much healing work on ourselves and each other that big harms don't exist anymore because we have a different kind of culture. You can only have those kinds of systems if you don't have the level of violence and destruction. Like, a community can't have a system like that or evolve a system like that under extreme repression and violence. And so some of what I'm imagining is a going back to, not from a place of romance. I'm not saying there wasn't violence in our communities. What I'm saying is it did not look like this. And we had systems of care and how to deal with conflict and how to show up. And we had robust spiritual systems and scientific systems to understand ourselves and our place here. And that's what I long for. I long for something that is not dependent on someone's wealth or lack of wealth. I long for something that transcends our actual identities and reminds us our species identity, that we are these humans that are connected to all living beings, and we have a purpose here that is more than how we're currently living. There's something just really special about knowing how connected we are to everything, and that we're not separate from nature, that we are nature, that we are of the dirt and the trees, and and that it's like when we forget that is when we're in most danger, like individually and collectively. When we forget that we're of all of these things, I see us being in most danger. I know it's really scary right now. And I can speak pretty definitively because I've lived through similar scary shit. I've had my family taken from me. I've had my family brutalized. I've had my family killed by the state. The thing that I hate the most right now, living under the current authoritarian regime that we're living under, is that I knew we'd end up here if we didn't do this confrontation and this confronting and this healing and transformation. Like, I knew it. Because what we're seeing right now with this federal government, especially with its use of ICE and the FBI and DOJ, is it was already experimented on Black people. I've seen the worst parts of this country, and I've survived, not because I am special or I've used individualist grit, but because I've chosen community and collective. That is what we have right now. That is our resource right now. When we've caused harm to one another, we could show up and say, I'm sorry, and I'm here, and try again. Abolition doesn't exist right now, but we can practice it. We could practice care together. A lot can transform and evolve. Yeah. I was in high school, and a bunch of us had decorated a classroom. Teacher totally let us, and we painted we painted the whole entire classroom. Like, it's like a big public mural, bunch of friends, and we did all these quotes, and it was so gorgeous. And then the administration came in and basically like lambasted the teacher. I went around the entire school and collected 5,000 signatures saying that we had the right, and the administration had to negotiate with us. We gave that administration hell. Everybody should have known what was coming. Gave that administration hell, but they caved, and we won. And it was like, yeah, because how ridiculous. Like, give these kids an art project in a classroom. It's really not that serious. It was just like, yeah, it was also like comedic, because why are these grown-ass men worried about what we're drawing on a classroom wall that they don't have to be in? And we do every day. It's like where we would spend our lunchtime. Like, it was a very weird, like, I just felt, when you're a teenager, you're so unserious. You're just like, and so it felt like, finally, like, we got to win up against an administration that really, really couldn't stand us. Like, just couldn't stand us. And yeah, and I just remember feeling like, I want to do this more. Where else can I do this? How else could I do this? And so that was such a powerful, like, experience as a young person. What else is there? Like, I don't want to just be a consequence of white supremacy, a sacrifice of white supremacy. I don't want my identity to be focused on that. So, like, what does it mean to be an artist? The artist that I am, that I always have been. What does it mean to be a practitioner of this ancient practice that comes from the Yoruba people throughout West Africa, that predates colonial threats? What does it mean to try and be the fullest parts of myself when all this place wants to do is shrink me and shrink me and shrink me? I really spent that time from high school to now, like, navigating trying my best and failing, trying my best and succeeding, doing a lot of great shit and also pissing a lot of people off. Some people who I don't care about pissing off, and some people that I love and wish I didn't piss off. And like being a real ass human being during this time. And I'm going to be 43 this year. In some ways, like, the public has seen me grow up. They've seen me make mistakes. They've seen me be attacked. They've seen me be scapegoated. They've seen me rise up again. And that to me is like, I'm grateful. I hate a lot of the shit I've gone through, and I'm grateful for the way that I understand it and the way that I am using a lot of therapy, a lot of community, sometimes medication, to be the best parts of myself, and to give myself that humanity.